Draft Profile Series brought to you by Celtics.com.
Sophomore forward Rondae Hollis-Jefferson is one of two Arizona Wildcats expected to be first-round draft picks this season. Arizona head coach Sean Miller is on the line with me today to talk about Rondae's future. Coach, thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
All right, now, Coach, we know there is no question about this kid's athleticism, but there are some questions about his shot. What do you think he's going to do in the NBA with that shot on the perimeter?
Well, I think number one with Rondae, you're getting a Tony Allen type of defender, an elite defender, even in the NBA. There's not a player or position in college that he couldn't defend, and it's a big reason why in the 2 years that he played at Arizona that not only did we win as many games as we did, 67, but we were also one of the elite defensive teams in both of the years that he played here. And his ability to rebound the ball and rebound out of his area, defend multiple positions, be a lockdown defender, and off the ball just be a highly intelligent player where you can really depend on him with NBA schemes and all the different variations of ball screens. He is as athletic and as tough-minded and long as he is, I think he's also equally smart. I think initially that's the strength that Rondae's going to bring to whatever organization chooses him.
Now, Coach, you touched on his length right there. He's 6'7". He's got a 7'1" wingspan. How much does that help him on the defensive end?
It helps him tremendously, and it also helps him finishing around the basket, in traffic, in transition. When he has space on the floor and he can drive the basketball, he has the ability to finish as well as any college player that played this season. Defensively, that speaks for itself. His length, his quickness, and his great competitive fire make him an exceptional defender.
You get to see him every single day at practice, before, after games. How much work has he put into developing his outside shot, which obviously does have some questions?
His shooting will improve. That's certainly not his strength right now, but where he would have been when he first got here and where he was 2 years later, he made tremendous improvement, and I think that same improvement will continue as he has the opportunity to continue to be in the gym and work, especially with an NBA staff, with more time, etc. But if you look at his free throw percentage and his free throws when he got here to Arizona, and you look at his freshman year, and now you look this past year as his sophomore, he was a much improved free throw shooter. He was the same shooting the ball from 15 to 17 feet. A shot by him from that area of the court this year was a great shot for our team. As a freshman, it wouldn't have been as good of a shot. I think both his range and his consistency will only increase as he gets older.
Last year with the 6th overall pick, the Celtics got Marcus Smart. From day one, he could step in, and he made a difference on defense throughout the season. Might have been the Celtics' best defender. Do you expect something same out of Rondae during his first season? Can he step in and potentially be one of the best defenders on an NBA team?
Yes, no question. That's his strength. He knows it, and part of the reason that it is his strength is he embraces that role.
What's he like behind closed doors?
Rondae is one of the most popular players that has played at Arizona, not only because of his style on the court, but I think his charisma off the court. He's very fun-loving, a very engaging young person, extremely intelligent. Did a fantastic job academically in the 2 years that he was here. And I think from somebody who represents himself and his family, and for example, the Boston Celtics, if he were a part of your organization, he would be one of the more engaging, charismatic players in your program. He's fun to be around and a pleasure to coach.
Well, it sounds like that's what Danny Ainge is going to walk away with when he does sit down and talk with Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. But when he watches him during workouts, what's the one thing that's going to pop off the floor while he's watching him work out?
I think he'll see his athleticism and length. I also think that he'll see a highly competitive kid, somebody who loves to win, does what it takes to win, is willing to roll up his sleeves and do the dirty work on an NBA team, and kind of knows that that's his calling. In the same breath, I would also tell you that he's well aware of some things that he has to get better at. and he's willing to put the work in to do so.
Why do you think that that's important, that he knows what he's good at and he's willing to do it, even though it's not the type of thing that gets the flash and the attention from the national media?
Well, I think every NBA team needs players who do different things. I think it's fairly obvious who the elite scorers are, but sometimes what brings out the best in those elite scorers is the balance where you have a player on the court who is willing to guard the other team's best player and can do it exceptionally well. The other thing about Rondae is he's really a good passer and unselfish. He knows how to play the game, and I think that his unselfishness throughout, defensively, offensively, is a great compliment to what NBA teams already have.
All right, well, Coach, we appreciate the time and wish you and the Arizona Wildcats the best of luck next season.
You got it. Great being on with you.
We appreciate it, Coach. All right, that's it for this edition of the Draft Profile Series. We'll see you next time.